Okay, last video for tonight, and tonight's video is over shortened pronouns. In this video, I'm gonna address the question that you had. You know who you are. On one of the videos, one of the comments, you had a question about shortening pronouns and why not. So here it is. So listen up. So remember that Cebuano is a verb subject object language, right? A VSO, verb subject object, and the general rule, a general guide, I should say, because it's not 100% followed, right? But it's generally followed. It's just a good guide, although it's not always 100% perfect. Is that shortening pronouns happened with ergative absolutive relationships, okay? Meaning you have to have an ergative and absolutive pronouns, an ergative and an absolutive pronoun in the sentence. At least one ergative and one absolutive for the shortening to happen. And if the shortening does happen, it's going to happen on the first pronoun that comes, right? And it's most likely going to be an absolutive pronoun. I'm just putting that out there. It's most likely going to be an absolutive. We do have shortened forms for the ergative, but that comes in another case. But it's most likely that you're going to shorten the absolutive case pronoun. All right. And if you haven't reviewed that, go ahead and do so. So our example here that he used gimingao ko ni mo, and the word here mingao, right? Our root word mingao means to miss, right? And miss is an ergative. I guess it's a transitive verb, so it can take more than one argument. And in this case, we have two arguments. We have ko and we have nimo, right? Because someone is doing something to someone, right? I am missing you. I miss you. Gimingao ko nimo. I miss you. However, ko is written in the absolutive form and nimo is written in the ergative form, right? We can say gimingao ako nimo for the absolutive, right? Gimingao ako nimo. However, it doesn't have a good conversational flow because we just tend to shorten things, I guess. And since ako came in first as an absolutive argument, it gets shortened, right? You're most often going to have your absolutive come before your ergative. That's just how it is. Because it's a verb subject object, right? Remember, the transitive verb takes an object, what's the object? It's nimo, right? It's you. You are the object in this case. I am doing the missing to you, right? You are the one that experiencing the missing. So you are the object that's being missed, right? So that's why we have to have the absolutive and then ergative to we mark you as an ergative because you are still important, right? But yeah, so the first one takes the the shortening to from ako to ko, and you have to memorize if you don't already memorize all of the shortened forms. Okay, moving on. So sometimes Cebuano speakers who aren't educated in this stuff will write something like gimingao, right? Gimingao nako ni mo. This is why it's wrong. When they put na and ko together, it makes nako, but it's also an ergative pronoun. Nako is also an ergative pronoun, which means I. Nimo is also an ergative pronoun, which means you. But we cannot have two ergative pronouns in one sentence. So what they meant to say is right here in black, gimingao na ko nimo. And that na is an enclitic particle, meaning already. Because gimingao ko nimo just means I miss you. But gimingao na ko nimo means I already miss you. So don't write it using this, right? Don't write that. If you're gonna have an enclitic particle there, you have to put na space ko. So you have to keep those two words separate. Some examples of enclitic particles would be like gani, napud, man, kaayo that you can hear. Gimingaw gani ko nimo, or gimingaw napud ko nimo, gimingaw man ko nimo, gimingaw nakaayo ko nimo. Those are just enclitic particles that people like to put in. Again, if you forgot their enclitic particles, there's another video that you can go and check out that I made a long time ago. Okay, so that solves that. That solves the nako. And the last thing I'm going to talk about are his other questions for here. Gimingaw nako mo. Here's why both of these are wrong in the brackets. So the first one, gimingaw nako mo. All right, I already explained why nako as one word is not allowed when you already have mo, which is already in the ergative form, right? You have two ergatives, and that's just, you can't do it. No. Um, Also, mo here is ambiguous because if you're gonna say this, you might get understood, but we know that you're not a native speaker of the language. If you're gonna say this, you're not gonna sound natural, but you might get understood. However, you might get the looks because it's a weird, it's a weird way of constructing the sentence. Yes, there is some sense to it, but it's weird, right? It's just not grammatical. It's just weird, but we'll still understand you in a weird way. This mo right here, this mo here is a shortened form of either kamo, which is like the you plural, right? The you plural, not including yourself, but the you plural, the you yins y'all form, that, or the mo, like the shortened form of the ergative form of it, the kamo mo, or the nimo mo form, the singular what you would call it? Oh my gosh, the second person singular, which is the shortened form mo for the ergative, or kamo, which is you plural. So it's weird. You might make some sense, but it's weird. It's probably not what you want to say, but it's just weird. And it's not sound. It's not grammatically sound. That's why we can't have this. Again, that, and then this one here, the mo, it doesn't follow that first kind of general guide. The first pronoun gets shortened. Well, this is a second one, and second one doesn't. The first one was already shortened, but it was attached with that, so it doesn't make sense, as you can see, right? And then the last one is here, gimingao gomo. That's, yeah, I already said that the first pronoun gets shortened, whereas the second one doesn't, right? So it's just the first pronoun that gets shortened. You can't shorten both. It's the first one that comes. And most likely, it's going to be absolutive. So I hope this clears up some stuff. Let me know if you have some questions, and then we'll see if I can make a video on it. But yeah.